That was right. New friend. Starting over. I ain't like the way my first shit came out and that last one I did. So we're gonna try this again. Let's see, I made some trades. Wow, the take is straight her for wow, first round pick. Damn. Take them the time. Oh wow. And all they do is play the game till this game over. And you be giving game like a big brother mission, never let them take it from us. Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rap last time that I checked. I was selling in the same. Let's try this. I want Jalen Brown. Last time that I checked. First you get the money, then respect, then the power come next. Last time that I checked. But I got no time for that. Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. How could you wish you never play me? Had no time for that. Play me, you got no time for that. How could you move it like you call you back? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. Damn. Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. Hey, yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. You was my little. I was fine with that. How you just gon' play me? I ain't fine with that. Thinking about you daily, crazy while I'm flexing. Oh. Obama for John Wall. Question or check your message. Knew that I come from the start, or she was texting. She gone, leaving them gone, yeah. She on, Orlando yeah. Dropping some cool, dropping the top of my car. Hey, I cannot click, man. She playing her part, yeah. Hey, life is. You are like dark, ayy. Asking myself, how she leave her like in the dark, like leave me alone. Run it out the box. Still their ticket? Leave me alone. Yeah. Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. I'm just till I'm lazy like a throwback. You ain't know that. My like I'm Lil Kodak. No, it ain't good at. I can't sweat you. I'm like who that? I can't sweat you. I don't do that. No. Hey, tell you the truth. I ain't want you to depart. Hey, I'm with you, but I kept with you cause you different. You can't play your part. No. Hey, tell you the truth. I'm with you from the start. Hey, I cannot. Not playing a part. Like leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
There's Joe Green.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh damn, late the second game of the season. Simulating of that. Alright, first game for LA.
Coming to you from the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Jay, I'm just trying to match your style.
I now know why guys wear shades when they come to the Staples Center. They have a bright future. While I'm taking mine off, I'm ready to see a star on the court tonight.
The credit card bill is coming your way. So is the start of this one. The opening tip won by the Houston Rockets. To Harden. Fires the three.
In there.
That's the start they wanted here on the road.
Execution is everything. I love the sharpness and precision they came out with in that first possession.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles.
Oh, out of bounds. I didn't hear this.
LeBron James' legacy in L.A.
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Anthony to Jaylen Brown. Oh, he had him there for a second. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Yes!
Oh.
And a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Just threw it in there. Oh, that was hot. Oh, yeah.
Free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. The lead is up to 6. Lakers ball. Throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Oh, good shit.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Wesley Matthews above the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Oh, yeah.
Harden with the basketball. Leads a bucket.
Come on, Melo, cut.
To Mo Bamba. Anthony. From long
What a
range.
foul.
He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Schroeder to Gasol. Old school backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
God, that's a game going on.
Houston takes over.
And one, man.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Across the timeline comes James. Down 2. And he's going to the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%.
Boom.
First try, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Harden has it up the floor. Oh, had him going there for a second. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you.
What a foul! What the fuck?
Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Good D.
And he's fouled.
What?
Earns a trip to the
Oh,
foul
come
line.
on, man.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Bonk.
First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Jaylen Brown.
Oh, no idea.
Anthony Davis able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
I'll call a third one though.
First one goes down. Second and 3, got it. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Jay, last year the Lakers 35 and 47. What impact, obviously,
good move.
LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only 2 teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
To Jaylen Brown. Oh, he had him there for a second. They've slowed down.
Damn, one man, what
the
the?
shot clock. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Look,
He'll foul me every time I get the ball.
For those possessions, you don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Caldwell Pope to James. Big finish at the rim.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
I didn't put. I just wish PJ Tucker and them in there. Wow, Beasley.
Time to shuffle things up.
For the Houston Rockets, number 20.
To Harden. Fires the 3.
To number 23, LeBron James.
Jaylen Brown is going to get 3 shots here. A career 65% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first.
You foul.
Knocks down the second free throw.
Ah, shot it.
Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. LeBron into the front court. Down 3 to Gasol.
That's all.
Quick shot won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a
push
nuisance
it up,
was great.
Jalen.
Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it
Let's
never
go.
goes away.
Cash is in for 2.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
Screen coming. James. Down to 5 on the 24. To Kyle Kuzma. Lets it fly from long range.
Oh.
Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
For 3.
Fire in his ass, bro.
Jaylen Brown is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. It's the second. One more coming.
For the Los Angeles Lakers, number 11.
And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Los Angeles has the basketball. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moves without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
James Harden, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
It's Cook with the basketball. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Driving right to the basket.
go
out
Binder.
there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Time for some new personnel into the game. Bradley. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Oh,
And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To Stevenson.
Lord. That boy went over.
2 for 2. That's what you want.
Another possession, they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Beyond the arc for 3.
Bang.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance.
Man, they're living at the free throw line right now.
First one, count it. Second and 3 is good.
Yes, sir.
And he hits all 3 free throws. Kyle
Oh,
Kuzma,
boy, y'all
strong
let the
finish.
ball run every. Come on, James. No.
That one out of bounds.
I had the wrong person inbound.
First quarter is complete. The Rockets with the lead. One quarter down. Jay, is anyone going to miss? Defense was not good in that first quarter.
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, oh, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
Oh, good
Finish
shit.
at the rim for Marc Gasol.
No, it is. That's all right, move.
It's in the hands of Harden. Curling inside.
Let's go.
James Harden. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball.
And a push
Either he
up.
scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Here's Schroeder with it. Down 5. Stevenson to Gasol. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. To Jaylen Brown. To Mo Bamba. On the assist.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Stevenson. Harden's on him. To Kyle Kuzma. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
My bad, James.
To Kyle Kuzma.
I was supposed to step. I was supposed to step back.
Schroeder to Kyle Kuzma.
Whoa.
With the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Kyle
Hands
Kuzma
up, man
got 2
up.
shots. Coming. A career.
Ooh, I don't have. Oh man, I had to switch my entire lineup up.
Free throw shooter. First free throw is good. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Oh, just disrespected Kuz, man.
The free throw good as he completes the 3-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Lakers at the controls right now. Down low for Kuzma. Oh,
Yeah.
he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
No, I was trying to pass it.
Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Has a look. That's no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication with the back of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To James.
Look at that ISO shit. Go ahead, kick it out. Oh, good. You lucky mother.
James on a Defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Go ahead, Jalen.
To Jaylen Brown. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really
saw that cut
made a
coming.
statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Cook to bring it into the front court. Down 12.
Take it.
To James.
Oh.
Not that time. Anthony, guarded by Cook. And a throwdown.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
LeBron into the front court. 14-point deficit. Here comes the screen. James to Gasol. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I'll give y'all that all day.
Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Oh,
Anthony
no.
to Harden. Deep left corner. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
That's all right. And one. Oh, good shit.
2 shots coming up for the Spaniard, the All-Star, Marc Gasol.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Marc Gasol, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. Misses the first. Missed the second. 0 for
Free
2.
throw to kill you. Go ahead, James.
Here's
Let's
a
go.
chance from long range.
What?
Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To James. Anthony Davis. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Harden to Anthony. Oh, had him going there for a second.
Oh,
good
no.
defense
I
by
was
the
trying to throw
Lakers.
it.
They come away with the steal.
Come on, Melo.
Runner here won't go.
Slow it down, man. Take it from
Fires
out
the
here.
three. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every
Oh, good
possession.
shit. Good
Maybe
foul.
give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Anthony Davis at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 79% at the line.
Damn.
Off the mark on the
Oh,
first
ice
free
cold.
throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Oh, fella.
The pass set it all up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Harden. To Jaylen Brown.
Oh.
James Harden. 4 out of 7.
Oh.
On the arc. At the buzzer. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Rockets way out in front.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Rockets will start the second half with a decent lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The Lakers would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers.
First half stats.
Free throws.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But here we go with the top plays from the first half.
But yeah, that was nice.
Number 2.
Man, it was messing over with Kuz, man.
1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. LeBron James with the rock to Davis. Schroeder. LeBron James. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Brown with it up top. His guys lead here early stages.
Oh.
Third quarter. Matthews to James.
Yeah, one.
Shot from in close, no good.
What?
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the... Less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens
go.
once in a
Cooking.
while. Enjoy the greatness.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His guys trail by 10. Here comes the screen. Chance for LeBron James. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs
Oh,
are calling it,
good
keep
shit.
being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Los Angeles, they have it. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Harden. Yes,
Man,
and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Harden hits the free throw. It's a three-point play. The Rockets extend their lead. James into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. And
Oh,
he's
good.
going to the line to shoot.
Oh, to the line.
Gotta know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
LeBron James has got 2 shots coming, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest.
My bad move.
And he makes them both. it's Harden at the controls. Take stock of the floor. Harden. This fires is no good. Baseline drive. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Man, the answer for Brian, huh?
To Mo Bamba. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dunk.
Let's go.
Harden buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense. You
Right,
can no
right,
longer
wow.
build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
LBJ has it. To Davis. Schroeder. James. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still, you got to make that one.
Harden. Oh, he hits a three. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
To Schroeder. Here comes the screen. Schroeder to James. The drive, right to the basket.
Good shit.
Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Harden. To Jaylen Brown. Oh, he had him there for a second. Harden. Shot off the mark. Good
My
defense.
bad, man.
Great
That's
contest
what
by
took
the
it
D,
with
but I
you.
want to see the coaching staff call
Oh,
the same
good.
exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let
There
him
we
prove
go.
that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Shot for James Harden. He's looking for that touch.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
And
Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
oh yeah, I'm gonna have to shuffle them around. Oh, some rivers.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
LeBron James, a couple of free throws on the way, shooting 66% in this contest. Oops, he missed the first one. Second one's good. Splits the pair. It's in the hands of James Harden. To Anthony. Harden. Able to convert inside.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basket. They're not establishing
My
a pivot,
bad, Melo.
which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Harden into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Marc Gasol tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Come on,
with it up
LeBron,
top.
coming up
Looking
now.
to make something happen.
Come on, come on.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Harden goes to the right side. Baseline drive.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Oh, he had it. And now Houston has the basketball. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
No good. That's great defense. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. It's been all Rockets. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Lakers ball. Bradley to James. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Harden. Gets it in the left corner. Anthony. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down,
There
clown.
you go, Bob. Bro, stay down,
Looks like
clown.
some substitutions are coming on in. The rebound belongs to Houston. From long range, too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Gasol to Stevenson.
Oh.
Won't go down. Probing the defense. To Harden. Nice pass to set things up.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Over to the right side to Gasol. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Harden. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Schroeder with the basketball. His guys down big to Stevenson. Kuzma. They work it down to Gasol and finishes strong.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
To Kyle Kuzma. Trying to cash in. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
To Mo Bamba. You practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. James here against Nene. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. To Rivers. 4-3. Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. Here's Schroeder with it. Down a bundle. Stevenson to James. The touch at the rim. Count it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Rivers with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Beasley. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Short jumper off the mark.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
That's out. Last touch by Lance Stevenson. Substitution being made in this one. To Rivers. Nene. Fires the 3. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more 3s.
Beasley takes down the board.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there. A shot at the buzzer. It's the Rockets who are victorious. They move to 1-0 in their new campaign. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets were simply amazing in this contest. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they scored their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets. The Lakers did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Oh, damn.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
Damn, caught on fire from the second half. Damn good second half. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Let me see you, darling. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Girls up. Now bet you can. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Girls up. Let me see you, darling. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Girls up. Now bet you can. My mommy said I could be anybody. I said I want more money than no money. Break bread with that guy who made the Bugatti. Lifestyle is get money. I'm living life like a Marvel movie. Stay alive, say hi to my. Take a ride, let's go on my. Why you surprised when I buy you? Who told you I ain't got no money? Who told you I can't handle money? You're on the let me see you down there. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Let me see you down there. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Now bet you can. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Let me see you down there. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Now bet you can. Oh, ice went down. I'ma show them I'm down, they put down money. All them clowns never held nothing. Right round town in my bandwagon, screaming, who told you I ain't got no money? Who told you I don't have no money? You're on the floor, I'm still holding on. Got me talking. Let me see you down there. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. See you, darling. I love
We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing the ball left, dishing the ball right, making the right play at the right time, because that's what guards in Plainfield, New Jersey do. Let's see what they do on the court this evening.
It's time to hoop it up. We are ready to go. The Clippers win the opening tip as we get things started.
Oh man, excuse me.
Started at Staples. Beverly to Ibaka.
So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now,
good
we
shit.
are the best team in LA.
Damn.
How do you feel about this?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years. But LeBron James is in LA now. I don't know if Patrick Beverly's right on that one.
Rebound Marcus Morris. LA Clippers with the basketball. Leonard to Paul George.
Oh, they spacing that flow
Sets him
out.
up. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Beyond the
Get
arc for
started.
three.
Man,
He was
oh.
all over him. To George. Fires the three and Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moves without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Patrick Beverly able to recover with the block. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Go.
He goes 1 for 2. Beverly into the front court. They lead it 4-point
Oh.
game. Missed a wide open look to Anthony. Has a chance. Shot by
There we go, Melo. Oh.
The follow won't go either.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Oh, dang.
To Harden. Let's
Need
it
you,
fly from
baby.
beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Leonard. Pass to the rim. Serge Ibaka slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Boy, trying to run us out the gym, huh?
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Team foul number 2 for the Houston Rockets. Number 1, shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Oh,
Through the
damn.
rest. Slam dunk.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Harden has it up the floor. Curling inside. Yes! And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt
That's the
of the
spot we
contact.
needed. You Ibaka lifted the board. Oh no.
Free throw is good to cap off the three-point play. And the lead is down to 3. Here comes the screen.
Good.
Kawhi Leonard looking good. 4 for 5.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those that dropped earlier, they could have had a nice lead. Now,
Damn.
And a throwdown. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
if you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc.
Let's
Where
go.
James Harden, muscle memory, gets it to go.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
What? Good shit.
And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref's been, and
Did
that's the
it
game.
again, bro.
Paul George at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. The free throw good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. To Jaylen Brown. Anthony. To Mo Bamba.
Oh, he spent the other way.
Deep left corner.
What?
Trying to take it to the basket, but a shot
Man, the
stays
post
out.
game.
Beverly into the front court. Leads 4. George. To Leonard.
Oh,
Down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode.
that's
You
just the
attack that
wrong
paint,
player.
you get to the
My
rim,
bad, fella.
inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Time to shuffle things up. Harden against George. To P.J. Tucker. 4-3.
What the
Almost
fuck?
has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Kawhi
I needed him in a
guarded by
better
Gerald
spot.
Green. Oh, he had him there for a second. Short jumper won't fall. To Harden. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has
Let's
very
go.
little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Oh, that was a charge.
Count the free throw as well. Count it.
Damn.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to P.J. Tucker.
Here's a chance from long range.
That's a shot at the first time.
Patrick Beverly sets his first.
And he connects on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. For three. Nice. Leonard passed it off. Oh, emphatic slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Gerald Green. Harden. Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And a dangerous thing for the defensive team. He has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
And down, man down.
Beverly into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Footer at the buzzer. First quarter in the books. The Clippers have the lead.
Boy, James came to play.
Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Stuffs it down with authority.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
To Harkless. Beverly. Kawhi Leonard wide open. Too easy.
Mid-range.
Can't give him that look.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Harden. Over to the right side. Tucker. To Harden. Fires the three. Well defended. It's a turnover as they head the other way. To P.J. Tucker.
Let's go.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball
Coming
isn't sticking
back in
to one player
jail.
individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Beverly to Harkless.
Good switch.
Shot clock. It's coming
Good
down
D.
to 4.
Good D.
Down to 3. Short jumper.
What?
Off the mark. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
To Harden.
That shit is self-check, huh?
Oh, had him going there for a second. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. James Harden. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
To Beverly. George here against Harden. Five on the shot clock. Leonard gets it in the right corner. George off the mark.
He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. And the rebound
He
comes
couldn't
down
get
to
deep.
the Clippers.
Oh, I did that bad.
Beverly into the front court. Down
That's
by
what
one.
the oh.
The rebound belongs to Houston. Green with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Short
What?
jumper misses. Beverly. They'll get it down to Leonard. Off the assist.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Patrick Beverly
Oh.
sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Gerald Green. Harden. Stuffs it down with authority.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
None of that.
And the
Oh.
finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Rockets have the ball. To Harden.
Let's go.
Jumper's good.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
God
Cleans
damn
it
it,
up.
bro.
Offensive board. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Down low for Leonard. And stuffs it home. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Out of bounds the call.
Wow.
Last touch by Patrick Beverly. They're going to make some changes with some new
And the
personnel
ball.
on the floor.
Number 31, John Manson.
Harden. Cruises inside for two.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Yes. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. To Harden.
Come on,
Gets a
James.
shot up off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much
Let's go.
credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
It's
Bang.
good, and he's not done. He's going to the line for a
Let's
chance
go.
at a four-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
Jaylen Brown with a chance at a four-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. And he adds the free throw. They'll let one fly from half court. That'll do it for the first half. The Clippers are out in front.
That was a good fucking game.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Clippers have the lead, but not by much. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Kawhi just took
down
over.
by too much at the half. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Assists.
The first half is exactly what coaches want to see from their players offensively. The ball is moving, players are taking great shots, and the assist totals keep going up.
Damn, we're getting out rebounded.
Player of the half.
Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard has been punishing the rim with a variety of dunks. This is a guy that wants the top play section all to himself. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and
Let's
Jay
go.
to
Second
bring you the
half.
rest of the game.
It's Rockets ball. To Anthony. Harden goes to the left side. Oh, he had him there for a second. Knocked loose.
Oh,
Clippers
good
have
D.
it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
George, that's off the side of the rim, short. Anthony to Mo Bamba. Oh, had him going there for a second. Short jumper
What?
stays out.
I got it.
Leonard to Marcus Morris. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Harden. Oh,
There you
good
go.
offense beating good defense.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me.
Cooking.
It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
For Kawhi, right?
Leonard to Marcus Morris. Can't connect from in close.
Good help.
Oh, he had him there for a second.
Oh, I thought he was
Bad
stepping.
pass there.
Oh, my
Clippers
bad.
have it.
That was my bad. You can take it. Oh.
Beverly. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
You bugger. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to go pick up Kawhi.
Paul George. For three, and Paul George good on the quick release there.
Defense
Let's
do
go.
the man. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Kawhi Leonard picked up by Carmelo Anthony. To Marcus Morris. Rebound Bamba. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Let's go.
Beverly into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. The drive right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Brown into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Anthony. Lets it fly from long range.
What a foul.
Great
Come
defense,
on.
forcing the miss.
Why didn't I shoot it the first time I had him?
To Beverly. They'll get it down to Leonard. Not
Good
that
deal.
time. Brown with it up top. Leads a bucket. To Mo Bamba. From long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Leonard to Beverly. Has a look. Beverly's shot no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
You all right?
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Good D.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
Oh no.
Here's Leonard for two. Wide open look, won't go. To Jaylen Brown. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
Good D.
It's
Oh.
George for two. Paul George. 4 out of 7.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
So we got the
Shifting
ball and
gears,
jump
here
on.
comes some substitutions. To Anthony.
Oh, short on it.
That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D.
Man, the ball
It was
pushed
more in his
off.
own head.
Fires the three.
Oh.
And he buries it.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the
That
offense
was
allowed
nice.
the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Houston takes over. Nice finish at the rim. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite.
Come on, let's go, Mo.
To Mo Bamba. Gets it in the left corner.
Oh.
Henson pins it. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off John Henson. Harden.
Let's go, baby.
He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
PG lets it fly, unbothered by the defense as he drills it. He'll put it up at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Rockets with the lead. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you do your job in the game.
The pass set it all up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Williams to
Oh,
George.
I got him. Dude, good shit.
Short jumper won't go down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical.
Let's
keep
go.
knocking him off balance.
Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Williams into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. Won't go. To Jaylen Brown. And scores.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
To Harden. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Lou Williams. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Deep two there, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
To Harden. Mo Bamba. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Brown with the three, with a hand in his face.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Bang.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to Ibaka. Good look that time, but off the mark. To Harden. Going along beyond the arc. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. Williams to Marcus Morris. Beverly. The 7-footer. Bamba with the board. To Harden. Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Williams across the timeline. His guys down big. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
To Jaylen Brown. Harden. Tough make through traffic.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Beverly to Williams. Goes to the right side. Tyson Chandler. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Rivers. Count the basket inside.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Williams to Beverly. For 3. That no good. Off the mark. Brown into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To P.J. Tucker.
Eat. Go ahead and eat.
They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. That is great vision to set it up. Jaylen Brown with the block.
Goodly boy.
Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
To Jaylen Brown. Off the mark. Well contested.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Clippers have the basketball. Jaylen Brown swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Tucker goes to the left side. Oh, had him going there for a second. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
Man, this boy went.
Impressive about
Jesus
what we saw
Christ.
this evening. Not just his shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
The assist from number 23, Louis Williams.
It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets. The Clippers are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see...
Game track. Assists.
The Houston Rockets played fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
Player of the game.
James Harden put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. I know that it's difficult. I'm stacking this paper, it's sort of habitual. I put the residual and f***ing your like it's part of my ritual. Part of the visual, but money you give me a it's typical. I wanted it physical. $1 million I count up in intervals. Without it I'm miserable. Don't wanna fall off so I'm all in my bag. Thinking God like it's biblical. I know it's gonna solve every problem I have. I bought on the principle. Remember the teachers was all of my now look all of them pitiful. And all of a sudden I'm so good at math. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up. Count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die. Oh no, don't stress. Big pills, big pills. I fell in love with big wheels and quick thrills. My running tip drills, can't sit still. Don't give. Big pills, I fell in love with big wheels and